Hi, TR here. This video is about the Pathways Exploration assignment. And as it says in the first sentence, now that you know more about yourself, your interests, motivations, personality, and learning preferences, you can start to think about opportunities to direct your volunteer, job, education, and experiences toward a pathway of your choosing. So key points first. 6 completely different possibilities, like completely different. And so if you don't do that, then obviously that's going to impact the mark you're going to receive, because I'm looking for you to get and gather more experience and or experiences in terms of future possibilities. And you can do that best by expanding your horizons, your thoughts, processes about what you may or may not like to do. And what you may like to do today is not necessarily a guarantee of what you're going to like to do tomorrow. A very true thing. All right, so you start with the instructions. This is my blueprint, and we talked about this in Knowing Yourself. You go into your school login account, and then you do the post-secondary, and there you see the 3 we'll call them sections, areas that you're going to deal with. And just follow through the instructions here. It's just really clear, simple. Do as we provide leadership for you. And then number 5, here is the link. As with all assignments in our course, my expectation is that you use the template. People who do not use the template typically miss things, do not get as good a mark, spend way more time because they're creating what's already been created for you. So the logic for me is a little not clear, unless of course they don't have the proper technology. And then yes, then of course that makes sense. Number 6, I talk about the career pathways. I'll show you that. And Google Docs is only if the template does not open for some reason. But if it's not opening because you don't have the proper technology, as I discussed in the private discussions welcome message, then honestly you need to get going and get the proper equipment in order to do this course. So the template. Click on the link. This is the template. This is what it looks like. We have instructions at the beginning, and here we have the first, what we call opportunity or section, apprenticeship opportunities. Make sure you put the name of the apprenticeship there. If you don't, and then I don't know, that you automatically lose half your marks because I don't know what you're talking about. So make sure that I see the apprenticeship, what that apprenticeship is. And you've got the same for apprenticeship number 2. And then you go through and fill in this information, and we tell you to use Google. If you can't, if there's not enough information in my blueprint and Alice, which is the Alberta website for career opportunities. And you just fill this information in. 2 different apprenticeships, you put it in, and this is big. You want to give me a lot of explanation. Like it or not, you want to explain to me why this is what interests you or not. And I'm okay with not, but go into some depth saying, oh, I don't like it. You're not going anywhere, and you're honestly not going to maximize the marks you're going to receive for the assignment. This is about yourself, and it's about getting into your thought process and saying, yeah, okay, yeah, I do, well, I don't, and this is why I don't. Then the second section is college and university programs, again, where you find the information. Make sure you put the institution here with the name of the program that you're going to do. So program 2, program 1, program 1 and program 2, and you add the information in that text box field, we call them fields. And you fill in the information for these two completely different. And these two completely different are also completely different from these two completely different. So at this point, you've got 4 completely different. Fill in all this information. My blueprint is fantastic for universities in terms of information. I know, like when my daughter was going to choose a university, we used my blueprint and it was great. We got a lot of information. Depth and detail, personalization. Why are you interested in these programs? Should be why or why not. I'm good with why not, but I'm not so good with little information. And then we move to workplace opportunities. Again, you give me the name of these opportunities. Automatic half if you don't, because then, as I mentioned before, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if you're on track or not. So make sure you give me the name of that workplace opportunity. And then you fill in the information. Here you want to tell me why or why not, lots of detail. And at this point, you've given me 6 different opportunities, completely different opportunities. And then the reflection. You indicate what your pathway is, why you chose this pathway in your own words, substantial detail, and moving forward, specific opportunity that you've chosen, and the steps that you're going to take to get there. And that's the story for the rubric, the template, must use. As you can see, there's lots of detail that you would have to create for yourself. It's just simple. Open and key in the information. Just that, it's that easy and that simple. And then we've got, well, let's just close this. And then we've got the assignment tips. And the assignment tips is another excellent tool for you to use in order to complete this assignment. Minimize the time you're going to spend, or make the time you're going to spend quality time, and maximize the mark that you're going to receive. So that's the story. If you have any issues, questions, or concerns, please feel free to let me know. Private discussions. And then again, I am available daily. It's a big perk in the summer. I'm available from 12 to 1 daily using the Google Meet, and the link is in the My Teacher. Thank you, do take care, and wishing you all the best. Bye now.